Hi, this is Tom Nelson, and we've got a very big Champions Indoor Football League announcement for you as big news coming out from Dodge City, Kansas. The Dodge City Law is coming back after a hiatus of a couple of years, and we're joined by new Dodge City Law head coach Richard Davis. And Coach, first of all, I've had a lot of experience in Dodge City. I think you're going to love it in Dodge City, Kansas.
Well, I think you're right, Tom. It's a pretty exciting time. Not many people knew that, but our ownership group was bringing Dodge City back in 2022. We'd already worked with the league. We'd got all the approval. So we had done a little legwork on Dodge, and pretty excited about it. We know they have a great fan base. Can't wait to play in front of those guys and kind of experience that kind of part of this deal. But yeah, we're really excited, Tom. And I'm kind of back in some old stomping ground. I used to live in Lamar, Colorado, which is almost that's kind of like down the street when you're out there, kind of part of Kansas. So yeah, pretty excited about being back out there and looking forward to this whole thing.
Let's tell the fans of Dodge City why the franchise is coming to town and on such short notice as well.
We might as well dive into it. So again, I kind of referenced it. Our ownership group had targeted Dodge City for a return. We have been strategically working with our league board of directors on some growth. We've got some other expansion markets, to be very honest with you, that will be announced very soon. So our league is really growing. We're very excited about it, and we think we're being smart about it. But what happened, guys, was cutting to the chase. The franchise that I was running in Oklahoma, we got hit with a very unexpected situation, financial situation. Everything was going great. We were on the upturn. We owe no bills, none of that kind of stuff. It was, frankly, just an unexpected increase in our workers' comp premium. We went from $5,000 in our first year to the premium skipped all the way up to be honest with you, north of $150,000, and that made that thing a little bit kind of unsustainable for this year. So we appealed to the workers' comp board. We're working with them to adjust that rate in the future, and I think this is a very important piece that I would want the folks in Enid, but also the folks in Dodge City to understand, because this thing could grow to be a rivalry. The Oklahoma Flying Aces are staying put. We are going to work to bring them back in 2022. We believe that will happen because we've had very productive conversations with the state. They don't want to run any company out of business, and so they're working with us to adjust that premium. But that's going to take months instead of days, and we just couldn't wait. We ran out of time. So we decided to go ahead and go dormant, if you will. And in the interim, we have to worry about the league. We want to be good partners with the league. We don't want to leave them shorthanded. So we just fast forwarded our expansion franchise plan to this year. We reached out to the building manager. Chris Ragland's been fantastic, and his staff have already welcomed us in. They're helping us usher in here. And we all just said, hey, we'll just take a look at that. We will think of this as a running start on the franchise that was going to be in 2022 anyway. And we're off and running, and here we go. And so crazy time, but two completely separate entities. The players will be transferred immediately over to the Dodge City Law, and as will I, my coaching contract, and off we go. And I'm pretty proud of it. I'm pretty excited about it. And at the same time, I'm hopeful Oklahoma can be resurrected for 2022.
Yeah, I think there was something very important that comes out of this conversation that you and I are having is that this is not the end of the Oklahoma Flying Aces. The long-term goal and process is to have a team in Dodge City and a team in Enid in the near future.
Indeed, that's correct. That's the short version of the long story. We have a vision for Oklahoma, Enid specifically, but also Dodge City, Wichita, Salina, hopefully even another couple of franchises. To be very frank with you, we hope Amarillo can come back in at some point here in the future with their circumstance stabilizing through. And so, yeah, we have big hopes, and frankly, I think that'll all come together.
And I think one of the main reasons that minor league sports in general has been in such flux is because of COVID, as everybody knows. This league did not play a year ago. They took a year off because of COVID, and there's going to be some growing pains as you try to get back into the 2021 season. We're seeing that with this.
Indeed. I mean, again, I don't think anyone really expected this. We've been working with our Oklahoma workers' comp situation. We felt like everything was just going to roll over, a normal adjustment. I think COVID had an impact, to be frank with you. I think they are trying to be more cautious or whatever. I'm not in that side of the business. I'm going to learn that side, so I know better what I'm doing in the future. But I do think COVID had a major effect here, and so we were shorthanded, caught right off guard here at the end. But thankfully, our board, our league, all the other owners rallied to our support. Specifically, I think it's very kind to say that the owner up our expansion franchise partner up in Wyoming, he was able to adjust his schedule, give us another week to get all this organized and ironed out. And so it's all going to work out fine. And I think in the long run, our league's going to be much better for it.
All right, let's not look back anymore. Let's look forward, because this franchise is going to be playing at the United Wireless Arena in Dodge City, which is a fantastic facility, will immediately be one of the best facilities in the league. And I've seen it. I've seen what it can do. And talk about that a little bit. This building is awesome, and it's got a great fan base to fill it.
Well, it kind of speaks for itself. I mean, I knew of the Dodge City aura just from coaching in other markets around the league. I knew the environment. I knew how good these guys were. But specifically, though, I knew about the fans. This awesome fan support. And frankly, that's why we chose to come back in 2022. These are not charities. These are for-profit business, and you want to go somewhere where you have a chance to at least break even and maybe make $1 or $2 down the long run. And Dodge offers us that. It was a very welcoming environment for the players and this product as a whole. And I have complete faith that we will regain that magic, if you will, and when the law gets rolling, because we've got a pretty good football team. We have a chance to come in and be competitive right off the bat. And so I'm pretty excited about this whole thing.
I had never seen a lot of indoor football before you came to Enid 2 years ago. And you made a fan out of me, of course. A lot of people in Dodge City know me. I had the pro basketball team in Dodge City, 20 years ago now. That's hard to believe. So I know exactly what it's like to start a professional sports franchise in the Dodge City area. And I know for a fact that if you put a good product on the field, they will come out and support you in droves, and then the sponsors will follow. So I'm pretty excited about that as well, because they do love the professional sports out there in Southwest Kansas. And something that I thought was very important with my basketball team 20 years ago, and we managed to do, was to bring in, to build credibility, players that fans knew about, players from the Big 12, maybe players from the local colleges, and KU, K-State back in the day. And that is something that you've done a pretty good job of in Enid 2 years ago and this year. You've got some very quality Big 12 talent on your team this year that you're bringing to Dodge City.
Yeah, we really do. It's probably part of the reason why I feel like I'll be a little better coach this year than the first year, because I got some better dudes. But we do have some guys that we're excited about, and I think we have some players that fans will have seen and will remember. We're not just talking into the roster guys that never played. We're talking about all Big 12 award winners. We're talking about guys that are multi-year starters. Starts with, we've got a defensive back from the University of Kansas, Hassan Defense, who was very well thought of and had a great career there. We've got 3 guys from Oklahoma State University. We've got 3 guys from Baylor, and let me tell you, one of them is Antoine Goodley. Anybody that followed Baylor at all, that's an all Big 12 player. Has been in with 5 NFL teams. So we've got some legit guys, and then it goes even further, Tom, with non-Big 12 type of players. We've got J.R. Hensley, who was a 30-plus game starter at University of Hawaii. Braylon Hyder, who played at SMU, and I think he started 32 or 36, something like that, straight games. I mean, really good football player. Gerald Thomas played at University of Colorado. So we've got a lot of guys. Now it's our responsibility, if you will. All that stuff on paper, it looks great, but now we got to go win on the field, because I'm going to tell you, that's the beautiful thing about the CIF. Everybody's got a lot of guys. Every week, boy, they're going to fire right back at you. So we're going to have to come out here and get it done, and that's where the fans come in. I think they're going to help us a lot. Huge home field advantage out there.
I want to talk about Antoine Goodley a little bit from Baylor. You talked about him being all Big 12. Yes, he was all Big 12. He was also an All-American at Baylor.
Yeah.
Caught 150 passes for over 2,000 yards and 21 touchdowns. And as you said, he was in the camps with the Cowboys, the Seahawks, the Packers, and the Chiefs over the past 4 or 5 years as well. This is talent that the NBA, or excuse me, the NFL thought was good enough, and now he's playing in Dodge City.
Yeah, legit. He's the kid can play. We're a little hampered right now with a foot injury. We're getting him there, but he can really go. Let me tell you something, Tom. There's a kid that did not play college football that people are going to learn about real soon. His name is Zuri Davis. He ran track at the University of Texas Arlington. He's a 7-foot high jumper. And let me tell you something, buddy. That guy can go get it, Tom. He's pretty exciting. He can run a hole in the raindrop. He's really fast, and I like the kid. So we've got a great core coming. We've got some all-league returners as well. Brett Mathis, who played his college football in Kansas. He was first-team All-CIF kicker 2 years ago. Brett returns. And then Ray-John Ramsey from Division II college here in Oklahoma, East Central Oklahoma. Ray-John was Rookie of the Year 2 years ago, and so we return him. So we've got big colleges, we've got small colleges, we've got local and regional to the Dodge area. So it's going to be a pretty exciting time for us.
It was great to watch Ray-John grow as a rookie. He wasn't getting playing time early on, and by the end of the season was one of the better quarterbacks in the CIF.
No doubt. I can't say enough about the kid. He's exactly how I want my son to grow up. He's a grown up. He's focused. He's a responsible guy. And oh, by the way, he can play this game a little bit. He can process. He can think. And what I love probably most about him is two things. He's tough, and he has no ego. He gets the football to all the guys, the stars, and he lets them all shine. And that's really what you want in a quarterback.
So the Law is back in town. First home game is coming up on Thursday, the 22nd, which is a little less than about 2 weeks away, I guess, almost 3 weeks away. And the Wyoming Mustangs come to town, one of the new franchises that have joined the league this year. They drew 4,100 people at their opener last week, and they'll have a couple games under their belt before you guys get a chance to play, including a game up there that you have with them in 2 weeks. So it's kind of a back-to-back thing with them. You get them out of the way early on the schedule. Let's talk about that schedule a little bit. It's a 10-week season, or a 10-game season spread out over, about 12, 15 weeks or so, and 5 of those games are home games that will be in Dodge City.
That's right. We play some traditional kind of vaunted rivals of the Law, I think. Obviously we're going to have to line up and deal with the Salina Liberty, who I think since the Law was in the league, the Liberty have taken the top of the hill, so to speak. They're pretty tough, man. Their head coach, Ron O'Neill, does a great job, who I think the world of. And then we obviously got to go do battle with Wichita. I think we played them 3 times. So the in-state bloodbath, if it will, is probably going to be pretty legit. And then, of course, we play Wyoming, as you mentioned, and we have Omaha, both home and away. And those fans in the CIF, they all know about Omaha's history and how good those guys are. So yes, great schedule. I'm looking really forward to it. I think we've got a Mother's Day game, which crazy as this sounds, I'm looking kind of forward to a Sunday Mother's Day ball game. I've never played a Sunday Mother's Day game, and I think there's some really fun things that we can do with that. So it's time to get it on, man. The good news is the Law fans, they may be surprised we're back, but they don't have to wait very long before it's real.
That's no doubt about it. The anticipation won't be very long-lived because they're going to get in there and get a chance to see this team play first on the road and then at home on the 22nd. If somebody wants tickets, how the heck do they get tickets? And I'll throw sponsorship in as well. There were some great sponsors in Dodge City with the old Law. If somebody wants to get involved, how do they do it?
So this thing has moved so fast. We're going to ask for a little bit of patience, but we're leaning on the building. They are being tremendous to us, great partners, and ushering us in and helping us. So The first way, from a ticket perspective, is just call the arena and they're going to get you taken care of. Our tickets are going to be very affordably priced this year by design. We want to come in there. We want to earn everybody's trust, everybody's respect. This is not a replacement 1 game or 1 year thing for us. We are here for the long term in Dodge. So we want to make sure that we honor everyone's expectations and hopes. So it'll be very affordably priced. Reach out to the arena. They will begin to help you. But we also encourage everybody, if you want to interact with us directly, come follow us on Facebook, send us a message, follow us on Twitter, all those sort of things. They're easy to find. I believe we've got the social media marks right down here listed. Come follow us. Come talk to us. We will have some season tickets, or at least a mini pack of some sort where people can jump in. We're developing some benefits. I do know this. First thing we want to make sure is any season ticket holder from the previous regime, we would like to at least let them have a shot at the seats that they were once in. If they can get a hold of us and we can confirm that, we would at least let them have old familiar territory, so to speak, if they've got those seats in hopeful for. So again, it'll be a process, but we'll be up and running full speed on all cylinders by Monday after this Easter weekend with regard to tickets and all those sort of things. So yeah, come on out, get a hold of us. Don't wait. We want that interaction as soon as we can get it.
A 5-game home schedule begins on Thursday, April 22nd, as the Dodge City Law will host the Wyoming Mustangs. Coach Richard Davis is bringing the Law back to Dodge City. There's going to be a lot of Law fans who can't believe it, and we wish you the best of luck.
Thanks, Tom, and I want to say thank you for all your personal support and help, and your brother Mike. You guys are going to be huge for us in Dodge, and I think we are truly surrounded with some good folks between you guys and Chris Ragland and his staff at the building, and I can't wait to meet everybody out in Dodge.
You heard it here first. The Law is back.